Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to World of Tanks. Apart from its World of Tanks on the PlayStation 4, I myself am a huge PlayStation fan. I've had a lot of the PlayStation consoles in the past few years, and I thought, well, I haven't got a console of the next gen, and the PlayStation is the one for me. And of course, World of Tanks has just been released today at the time of recording this video. There has been a beta in December, and there was in in January. Well, this month. So I thought I'd give it a go, and spend a little bit of money to progress a bit more quickly, because everyone knows playing tier 1, 2, and 3 is a bit boring. There are some vehicles at tier 2 and 3 which are quite fun, but anyway, I bought myself a tier 6 premium, the T-34 88. It's got a nice looking camo aesthetic to it, and the 88mm gun, the L56, is actually quite good on this vehicle when you can actually hit the target. Now, you may recognize this map from the PC variant, and this is Wide Park, and for me it's bizarre playing on Wide Park in anything over tier 4. But as you can clearly see, this is a tier 6 game, and this was towards the beginning of when this was released today, so I am in a top tier matchup because not many people had tier 6s, 7s and 8s. It does go up to tier 10, and I'm sure someone out there has a tier 10 already, because that's how it goes. The bundles unfortunately do cost the same amount as you probably would assume on the PC, meaning they're quite expensive. This one cost me $39.99, and it came with the T-34 88, the KV-220, 2 million credits, and 7 days of premium, and some garage slots. I think 7 garage slots. So I'm not sure what that converts out to, but it is quite expensive anyway. But I thought I would give you some gameplay today of this variant of World of Tanks, and well, it looks very pretty. There are a few things with it which look a bit less than good in terms of its quality, but generally the lighting effects, the vehicles look good. They're all in HD models, and yeah, it's not a bad looking game, certainly for a free-to-play. The controls are not bad for a PC player, primarily a PC player like myself. It is a little bit confusing or a little bit unresponsive compared to a mouse, but it is still okay. I have buffed the sensitivities, so using the joysticks, which is okay, but I did momentarily forget the controls in this match for auto aim. Auto aim is quite useful on the console, as people aren't generally as mobile, or not just yet. And you also get achievements there from Mother Russia. Very quick game on Wide Park, around 3.5 minutes I think, but there's the end screen. 46,000 in credits, 4,032 in experience for the ×2 first win a day, and a bunch of medals coming up on screen now. Not too bad. High caliber, fighter, fire effect, third class. Not bad for my first game of the full release. Now, you may be wondering what is in the game at the moment. Here's another game on Arctic region in the T-34 88. But right now there are 3 nations, the Soviets, the Americans, and the Germans, all the way up to tier 10. Their tech trees aren't fully fleshed out compared to that of the PC variant. For instance, there's no Waffenträgers, there's no mouse, bizarrely, because the mouse came before the E100, but the E100 line is in this before that. I think that's how it was anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't really talked too much about the T-34 though. It has a good engine, it moves around pretty quickly, turret traverse is good, the gun is good. For the tier 8s I haven't actually fought against yet, but I imagine it will struggle against tier 8s as it is the L56. But for tier 6 matchmaking such as this, it is no problem at all. And you also have 720 hit points, which I believe is the standard hit points for a fully upgraded T-34 85. An interesting thing that makes this vehicle unique, I think, is the fact that it can train both Soviet and German crews. My voice is still going, unfortunately. Which is, yeah, something unique, I believe. Still suffers from the same poor gun depression that both Soviet and German vehicles have. Well, some German vehicles, but most of the Soviet vehicles have poor gun depression. The battle, you can see, the battle interface you can see is quite minimalist. It's quite clean. 2 teams at the top. The symbols that we're all used to: artillery, tank destroyers, light tanks, medium tanks, heavy tanks. And then the timer at the top, of course. The ribbons, which actually originated from this console variant first before they went to PC. You don't see the ribbons in game, actually. I don't think. On PC. No, you don't. So that's quite nice to see how many targets you've spotted or hit or whatever destroyed. The mini-map at the bottom right is in its standard configuration, where it has like a localized area that you're in, and I don't actually like this. And at the time of playing, I didn't think you could actually change it to a full normal mini-map like you see on the normal version of World of Tanks. But you can, so don't worry about that if you're thinking about playing. Of course, it is a free-to-play game like the normal variant, so I'd recommend picking it up, giving it a go, see what you think if you're on the PlayStation 4. And of course it's on the Xbox One and 360. I think the 360 is still being supported, but definitely on the Xbox One and now PlayStation 4. Just taking a shot there at a KV-1. Unfortunately, he can't actually see me. And it does tell you when you're detected, interestingly enough. They've gone away with the Sixth Sense in this game. There you saw a little exclamation mark at the bottom left there next to the HUD of the tank's modules, saying detected. So that's quite interesting to change. Ammunition is also relatively straightforward. I do have a criticism with the artillery, and it isn't really that obvious at all. For instance, I was in the open for about 1.5 to 2 seconds in another match, not this one you're seeing, and boom, instant death, done. But maybe I am just being a bit out of touch. I haven't actually played World of Tanks a lot since I've been doing a lot of armed warfare coverage, but I am still doing World of Tanks, of course. It is a game that I certainly enjoy, and I think I will be putting a bit of time into this one, especially when I'm rendering videos on my PC. I can record footage on the PS4. That's a nice bit of rotation of the turret there to take out the final enemy. So, I hope you enjoyed this little brief look. And there's only 3 enemies left. Tell me what you think of the gameplay that you've seen. It does run quite well. It doesn't run as well as I may have expected, but it doesn't run badly. Quite a long aim time there on the 88. I'm trying to do an outro here, and I keep talking about the gameplay. But anyhow, the PlayStation variant is not bad. I am enjoying it so far. Tell me your thoughts, like I said. If you have a PlayStation 4, tell me if you think you're going to be playing it, or if not, then tell me what you don't like about it. And as always, I've been Geogen. This has been World of Tanks PlayStation 4, and I'll see you, chaps and chapettes, in the next one.